Hi Zipa, I love this Atsu so much. I'm kind of curious, did you ever have a part-time job when you were younger, or did you join a band because you did music? Seraphine, a little bit of both. I mean, you know, to buy like instruments, even though I did mostly like digital stuff, right? You had to fuel it somehow. I did like a bunch of odd jobs, right? I remember I was like what was one of them? Low key, I was a bouncer for a moment, which is very ironic. I was also like one of those guys who like takes your ticket for like a parking lot, but it was like a low key thing where there wasn't like a little like booth for me to stand in. So I was just kind of standing there, and I would walk up to cars and be like, hey, you know, as a teenager and stuff like that. Not like a valet, because I wouldn't park the car. I'd be like, hey, parking here is like $5, you know, stuff like that. A lot of weird little stuff like that, you know. And then bouncer, you know, waiting outside, being like, you know, are you invited? You know, that kind of stuff. I guess low key, a lot of my odd jobs were kind of like getting paid to wait around for someone to show up and then be like, hey, hey, pay up. Yeah. And there's a bunch of others too, but those are the two that come to mind. Just kind of an intimidating guy. Low key. Paid to stand around, yeah. They don't know I'm a VTuber now. They don't. I'm so soft to you. Yeah. I mean, because I'm a nice guy. I'm a chill guy. I just look scary, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think of if I should say. I guess I will, but like, it's kind of funny. I think that's also why, like, a lot of time after school or a lot of stuff, right? I would have like friends who would be like, hey, can, like, you know, if they're like nervous about, like, if they had to walk home alone or whatever, they'd be like, hey, can you like walk with me? Can you scare people off? Or like, hey, we want to go here. Can you like join us and scare people off? You know, I guess I was kind of like the bodyguard for a little bit. Yeah, I was like a scarecrow. That's what I mean. That's why they were my nakama. They're my tomodachi. Low-key bouncer, yeah. Intimidating emo boy, exactly. Intimidating emo boy who would yell and like chase and low-key beat up a car who tried to hit on one of his friends. To be fair, oh my god, this is such a weird story, but like I was walking with a friend and looking back at it, we were stupid a little bit in that they picked up a sign they found on the ground that just said for sale, and then a car drove up and was like, for sale? And I was like, get out of here, you know. I just immediately was like, no. Nuh-uh. Because they didn't get it. They didn't get our joy and whimsy, you know. But I used words I don't use that much now, but yeah, it's so specific. It's so specific. You know, when you're like a teenager and you just do stupid stuff, and it's not even like interesting stupid. It's like, yeah, we were walking along the side of the road with a for sale sign. Yeah, I almost beat up a car. But also, yeah, that was a very avoidable situation to be in. If we did not pick up that sign. Holding it up, no, that's the other thing. But it was visible, you know what I mean? That kind of like just doing whatever, you know, just walking around doing whatever. Kind of boring stuff that at the time it's like, you know, like what else are you gonna do, right? Teenager stuff, yeah. I'm just doing weird stuff just because. Exactly. I'm trying to think what other weird stuff that I do. Lit a skate park on fire, and by that I mean accidentally lit like a piece of cardboard, but it was on concrete, so it was fine. So then we like stamped it out, but arson in the skate park, low key, but it was fine. Hey, it was fine. Didn't everyone do that? Yeah, right. I feel like that's kind of like the teenager thing, right? Be like, yo, someone's gonna light her. Y'all play with fire, but it's good to do it in safe spaces, you know? Like, thankfully, low-key, looking back at it, at like a skate park, it was very small, very contained, very easily stampable, because like it didn't have grass to go to. It didn't have anything flammable to go to, right? Except concrete. So like, and it was far away from like the skate, like wooden parts, you know? So, but I don't recommend it. It's just stupid. This stupid teenage stuff. How do we get to talking about this? Me being intimidating? Oh yeah. I was not intimidating when the fire happened. Mocktail's not real. I was like, oh, burn it out. Yankee Zeal confirmed, everyone. Gloria, what do you mean? What do you mean? No. Not anymore.